We're now ready to begin our Marcus Thompson Jr. Hampshire show here at the Big E this morning. We need fitted yearling rams, Hampshire fitted yearling rams to the ring, please. Our judge this morning for the Hampshire show is Gary Saylor of Bell Center, Ohio. Gary is the claims supervisor for Agrisampo North America Crop Insurance. He's also an auctioneer and managing partner of Select Livestock Services. He's also the assistant shepherd for Little Oaks Livestock Natural Coloreds, his grandchildren's flock of sheep. Let's welcome Gary Saylor to your Hampshire show into the Big E this morning. Next class in the makeup area, we should have Slickshorn yearling rams.
Well, good morning. Just two entries in your fitted Hamp yearling ram class this morning, and we're going to line them up this way. A real heavy boned ram to start the class with. Moves about the ring pretty good. I'd like to see him maybe be a little wider about his base width, but he's really straight down his top. Good Hampshire head on him. Logical place for me to start this class. Going to follow him up the ram, just a little more shallow about his rib. Doesn't have quite the thickness that we've got in this first place ram. Good headed ram. Is good on his feet. Just like to thicken him up a little bit to game compete with our ram that wins the class today. Congratulations.
Placing on the fitted yearling ram class, first place goes to entry number 243, Marshall 2-99, Linda Hutchings. Hanson, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 299. Second place, first in the junior show, to Willard 2323. Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 244. Now entering the ring, we have Slick Shorn yearling rams. One entry.
Just a single entry in your Slick Shorn yearling ram class this morning. Ram that exhibits some length down his top, really long out through his loin. Pretty good bone work about this guy. Pretty nice ram here to win your Slick Shorn Hampshire yearling ram class. Congratulations.
Now ready in the ring for fitted intermediate ram lambs. Fitted intermediate ram lambs to the ring, please. Placing on the Slick Shorn yearling ram class, first place goes to entry 245. Wise 2302. Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland. That ram weighing 233 pounds. Now in the ring we have fitted intermediate ram lambs. In the makeup area, we should have Slick Shorn intermediate ram lambs.
Really nice ram that comes out and wins your intermediate class this morning. Like the way this buck gets about the show ring, really holds himself together down his top line, level out through his hip. Beautiful headed ram. I think just a real nice package to win this class. Younger lamb here in second place. Lamb that's pretty straight about his lines, really correct on his feet and legs. He's just given up a lot in terms of age and in terms of overall mass. Compared to the ram that wins the class today. This is the way we like him. Congratulations on a good pair.
Now entering the ring is Slickshorn Intermediate Ram Lambs, just one entry in that class. Placing on the fitted Intermediate Ram Lamb class for the Hampshire Show, first place in both the Open and the Junior goes to entry number 246, Larson L&L 24-407, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts, that ram weighing 220. Second place to entry 247, Willard 2401, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts, and that was also second in the Junior Show. That ram weighing 170. In the makeup area, we should have fitted Junior Ram Lambs.
Just a lone entry in your Slickshorn Intermediate Ram Lamb class. This guy's feeling pretty good this morning, so he's a little rambunctious out here. Ram that exhibits some length. He's really got good bone work about him, really correct and level out through his hip when he's walking about the show ring. Congratulations.
Entering the ring now, we have fitted Junior Ram Lambs. Fitted Junior Ram Lambs entering the ring now. Placing on the Slickshorn Intermediate Ram Lamb class for the Hampshire Show, first place goes to entry 249, Dara 24007, Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland. That ram weighing 200 pounds. Again, in the ring, we have fitted Junior Ram Lambs. And in the makeup area, we should have that single entry in our Slickshorn Junior Ram Lamb class.
a really nice pair of rams that surfaces to the top in our fitted junior ram lamb class. We're going to go with a ram. He exhibits a little more, there's just a little more to this ram. Really like the bone work about him. He's extremely long, really nice up through that front. And when I put him in motion, I like to free him up a little bit down his spine when he's moving about the ring, but I think there's just too much to this ram to warrant put him in down into second. A real fancy, eye-appealing ram here in second place. I like this guy a tick better when he's moving throughout the ring. He holds himself together a little better than our first place ram down that spine. He's just given up a lot of length, some thickness as compared to that first place ram today. He's a nice fit in the 2-hole for me. There's a nice pair of rams in first and second. And we're going to come into a ram down here in third, a younger appearing ram, greener about his makeup, meaning he's not nearly far along as our first 2 rams in class. Really like the head on this guy, like the bone work on him. Just need to thicken him up to get him to compete with our rams in first and second. Then we run into some structure problems here in our fourth and fifth place ram. A little better headed ram here in fourth versus our fifth place ram. Like to change him in his movement off his rear legs today. He exhibits some length. He exhibits some length down through that top. I like that about him. Just like to make him a little more sound today. Then our lightest muscled ram here is our ram that rounds out the class today. And again, like to change him off of those front feet when he's moving about the ring a little bit today. He just fits into the 5-hole for me. Here's a good class. Congratulations.
Entering the ring now is Slick Shorn Junior Ram Lambs. Following that class, we will show pair of Ram Lambs. And then we will show open fitted champion Ram and reserve, followed by open show Slick Shorn champion and reserve Ram. And then our grand champion Ram. Placing on the class of fitted Junior Ram Lambs, first place goes to entry number 252, Double Bar D 2402, Double Bar D Hampshires, Fairlawn, Ohio. That ram weighing 214. Second, first in the junior show to 253, Strawberry Fields 2414, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 186. Third place to 254, Linda Hutchings, Hanson, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 156. Fourth place to 251, Linda Hutchings, Hanson, Massachusetts. And fifth, second in the junior show to 250, Willard 2420, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts.
Just the lone entry in your Slick Shorn Junior Ram Lamb class. Really a stout-made ram. He's got a lot of thickness down through his top, a lot of expression of muscling out through his rear end. Just a really complete sheep here for your Slick Shorn class. Congratulations.
Placing on the next class will be pair of Ram Lambs, Hampshire pair Ram Lambs, your next class entering the ring. Placing on the class of Slick Shorn Junior Ram Lambs, first place to entry 256, Clark 2470, Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. That ram weighing 167. Again, following the pair ram lamb class, our next class will be the fitted champion and reserve fitted champion ram. So we'll need those first and second place animals from the fitted classes, the yearling, the intermediate, and the junior ram lambs in the ring to show for champion fitted and reserve champion fitted ram. Placing on the pair ram lamb class, first place goes to Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Second place to Linda Hutchings, Hanson, Massachusetts. And third to Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts.
We had some real nice rams that surfaced to the top of our classes today. We didn't have a lot of numbers in the fitted Hampshire Ram show, but certainly has some top-end quality here, and a lot of good traits in these rams. Rams that are correct on their feet and legs, are pretty good about their movement. They have some straightness down their top lines. They have some really good Hampshire breed type, and that's really good for me as a judge to look at. Today, your champion ram is going to be this first place intermediate ram. I think this is a really nice buck. He looks like he's going to make a tremendous stud ram down the road. A lot of potential with that guy. Just a beautiful ram to look at. For reserve, we're going to come right back here with our class-winning junior ram lamb. Congratulations.
Open show fitted champion ram goes to entry number 246 from the fitted intermediate ram lamb class. Larson, L&L 24-407, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. The open show fitted reserve champion to 252, first in the fitted junior ram lamb class, Double Bar D 2402, Double Bar D, Hampshire's, Fairlawn, Ohio. We're now ready to show open slickshorn for open slickshorn champion and reserve champion ram. Following the selection of our champion and reserve champion Slick Shorn Ram, we will be showing for overall grand champion Ram.
Three nice rams out here in your champion Slick Shorn Hampshire Ram Drive. Certainly not many numbers in this grouping, but do have some quality out here. And I think we've got one that comes to us and wins this real handily in my mind. We're going to use your champion junior lamb here for grand champion. Really a complete individual. He's got a lot of expression of muscling down his top, out through that hind leg. Really a correct, complete type of ram. For reserve, it comes a little more closer for me. I'm going to go ahead and use this yearling ram for your reserve grand Slick Shorn. Congratulations.
Open show. Slick Shorn champion ram goes to entry 256 out of the Slick Shorn junior ram lamb class. Clark 2470, Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. The reserve champion was out of the Slick Shorn yearling ram class 245, Wise 2302, Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland. We're now ready to show for overall grand champion ram. The overall grand champion ram will go into the Supreme Champion Drive, and also the winner of this class will receive the Pikeside Farm, the Poitras family from Brimfield, Massachusetts, offering the award here in memory of Mr. and Mrs. Everest Fleabot.
I think we've got two real high-quality individuals out here in your overall champion Hampshire Ram selection, albeit two different types and kinds, with the larger frame-fitted ram here that's just really super attractive. I really like the bone work on this guy. Really beautiful headed ram, really straight for a big sheep down that top. I think he's adequate enough about his thickness. And we've got our Slick Shorn, more of a weather type sheep. Again, really smooth made. He's got a really large rack on him, a big expression of muscling. So two different types and kinds. For me, my preference today, we're going to use the fitted ram for your overall champion. Congratulations. Good pair of rams. Good job.
Overall grand champion ram for your Marcus Thompson Jr. Hampshire show goes to our fitted champion. Entry 246 out of the intermediate ram lamb class, Larson, L&L 24-407, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Next up, we do need to select a reserve junior show champion. So we'll need entry 244 from Caitlin Willard. We will need entry 247 from Caitlin Willard. And we will need 253 from Logan Thayer. Following the selection of our reserve junior show champion, We will have a best-headed ram class. So this class is for our reserve junior show champion ram. Since our grand champion was a junior show class winner, it will be our junior show champion ram.
For your reserve champion junior show ram, this one comes pretty easy for me. We're going to use this junior ram lamb. Just comes at you really hard. He's really good on his feet and legs, and just a lot of eye appeal to stand back and look at this guy on the profile. Congratulations, that's a nice one.
The junior show reserve champion ram goes to entry number 253 out of the fitted junior ram lamb class, Strawberry Fields 2414, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Now ready for best-headed Hampshire ram. Strawberry Fields, West Greenwich, Rhode Island, offers an award for the best-headed ram. Following the best-headed ram class, we will move into our female show. And first class up will be fitted yearling ewes. Fitted yearling ewes will be your next class. Best-headed ram goes to our overall grand champion ram out of the fitted intermediate ram lamb class. Entry 246, Larson L&L 24-407, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. So a little history about the Hampshire breed. The Hampshire breed was developed in southern England. They got their name as they were developed in the agricultural county of Hampshire. The Hampshire Down evolved from the mingling of different strains of similar sheep that were found along the borders of Hampshire County. The Old Hampshire, Berkshire Knot, Wiltshire Horn, and South Downs are believed to be the original bands along this border. However, some folks believe the Cotswolds were there also. In 1889, the Hampshire Down Sheep Breeders Association was established in Salisbury, England. Also in 1889, the American Hampshire Down Sheep Association was organized in the United States. Hampshire sheep were reported in the U.S. in 1840, although there are no records to indicate that they survived the Civil War. So as we're bringing those Hampshire yearling ewes, the fitted yearling ewes out, we have a little bit of trivia to do. So, in the 1999 show here at the Big E, 25 years ago, Kenny Urban from Illinois was our judge. And we had an exhibitor that did rather well. They had Grand Champion Ram. They also had the Grand Champion Ewe. They had the exhibitor's flock, breeder's flock, get of sire. And they were also the premier exhibitor and premier breeder, as well as they had the overall Supreme Champion Hampshire. Can you tell me who that exhibitor was and what state they're from? Catherine got that immediately. It was Dodds Hampshires. She had a little trouble coming up with the state, but it's Connecticut. She did finally come up with it. Since we answered that trivia question so quickly, 20 years ago in 2004, an exhibitor in the Hampshire show was fortunate enough to have the overall Supreme Champion Ram, and they also had the class winner of the best three head. We had that class then, and they had the first place exhibitors flock, as well as the reserve Grand Champion Ewe in the Hampshire show. Tell me who that exhibitor was. And the answer to that question from 20 years ago, the person with the Grand Champion Ram in this show that went on to be the Supreme Champion Ram during Meet Week, as well as winning the Best 3 Head class, the Exhibitors Flock, and having the Reserve Grand Champion ewe, was Strawberry Fields from Rhode Island.
A good class of Hampshire yearling ewes to sort through this morning, and we got one to start this class with that really ties it all together for me. And really what I like about this female is when we put them in motion and walk her through the show ring, she just walks the way sheep are supposed to. She's free and easy. She keeps her spine level and true, walks with a nice stride, keeps her head and shoulder right up where it needs to be. I think there's a real attractive package to win the class. And when you get your hands on her and take her down her top line, she's just good as could be. She has some width, dimension. She's true about her handle. I think that's a real good, complete Hampshire ewe to win the class. Congratulations. A big boned ewe here in second place. I really like that about this female. She's long down her top. I really like the rib on this female. I just like to fault her a little bit on her rear third. She doesn't have as good a flat and level hip as we've got in that first place ewe. Really like the bone work on our second place ewe. She's just a good fit in the second place hole for me today. Our third place ewe, a little more upstanding ewe. I really like this female up through her front end. She doesn't quite have the bone work as we've got in this second place ewe. Not quite as nice about her spine when she's on the move as our second place ewe. I think she's a really good fit here in third for me today. That's another nice ewe. A little finer made ewe here in fourth place. Just like to give her some more bone work. Maybe a little more wool would help on her too. And just thicken her up a little bit. She's the lightest muscled when you handle her down that top. Really a pretty patterned ewe, but I just like to thicken her up a little bit at this stage of her life and give her a little more natural thickness to get her to compete any higher. Here's a little thicker made ewe here in fifth place. A ewe I just need to change her up through her front end. She's really bowled up through that chest. Doesn't have the extension up through that shoulder and neck areas we've got in the first four ewes in the class. Doesn't give you that feminine look that I'd like to see in our top ewes. We're going to use her in fifth today, but I think we got a really good competitive top five. Congratulations.
Our next class will be Slick Shorn Yearling Ewes. Placing on the fitted yearling ewe class for the Marcus Thompson Jr. Hampshire Show. First place to entry number 262, Alf 356-23, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. That ram was also our first place in the junior show, and he weighed 273 pounds. Second place to entry 264, Kegler 231, Bonnie Kegler, Mansfield Center, Connecticut. That ram weighing 302. And third place to entry number 265. And second in the junior show, Strawberry Fields 2303, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 279. Fourth and third in the junior show to Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Fifth to 266, Sharon Peckham, Hampton, New Hampshire. Sixth place, fourth in the junior show to Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. Seventh place to 268, Linda Hutchings, Hanson, Massachusetts. And eighth place to 270, Linda Hutchings. In the ring, we have Slick Shorn Yearling Ewes. Your next class will be pair of Yearling Ewes.
your Slickshorn Hamp Yearling U class. We got every shape and kind out here in this particular class, even though there's only 4 of them. But we do have some differences we'll talk about, and we're really a nice pair in my mind. It surfaces it to the top, and really a close placing. I just see a little more cleanness up through the front end, a little more angularity for me. I prefer that in these Hampshire females. I think she's adequate in her thickness. She's really good about her bone work, super true down her top, really nice out through her hip. She's a female that really gets wider from her shoulder on back to her hip, and I really like that. A little thicker made ewe here in second place. I like the way she's barrel shaped, the rib shape, round ribbed on that ewe. I really appreciate that about her. She's not as long as our first place ewe. She's not as elevated up through her front end as that first place ewe. It comes to personal preference. This is how I like this pair today. That's a nice pair of ewes. Little shorter made type of female, shorter coupled here in third place. If I could pull her apart a little bit and give her a little more extension up through that front end, I would like that ewe a little better in this class. Certainly love the bone work on her. I just need to see her a little more extended to compete in this female class, but certainly a thick, well-made type of ewe. Then our ewe to round out the class, the largest frame ewe in the class, but for her size, we just need to see more massive muscling, more natural thickness, more bone work to get her to compete with these ewes that beat her today. Congratulations.
Our next class will be pair of yearling ewes. Pair yearling ewes will be your next class in the ring. Placing on the Slickshorn Yearling U class for the Hampshires, first place to 274, Clark, 2381. Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire, that ewe weighing 202. Second place to entry number 273, Clark, 2380. Also Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire, that ewe weighing 204. Third place to entry 271, Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland, that ewe weighing 196. Fourth and first in the junior show to 272, Marchek 0796, Charlotte Dill, Deerfield, New Hampshire. Placing on the pair of yearling U class, first place goes to Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. Second place, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Third place, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. And fourth place to Linda Hutchings, Hanson, Massachusetts. Our next class is Fitted Intermediate Ewe Lambs. Fitted Intermediate Ewe Lambs will be your next class into the ring. Okay, back to the trivia. So in 2009, 15 years ago, our judge was Gary Saylor, and an exhibitor had a pretty good day. They didn't win everything, but they had the grand champion ram with a yearling. They had the grand champion ewe with a yearling, and the reserve grand champion ewe. And they also had the first place exhibitor's flock and get of sire, and they were the premier exhibitor, and they ended up with the Supreme Champion Hampshire, of course, with having those two grands on the yearling ewe. So who was that exhibitor? And the answer to that trivia question was North Star Farms from Maine.
or a really highly competitive class in your intermediate fitted ULAM class. We got some differences here and some give and take. Had to work through my mind and took a little more time. I think we've got it this morning, so wanted to make sure I was comfortable with the decision that I was going to make, and we'll talk about those a little bit as we talk about these females. I think we had the most complete sheep here to start the class with, and when we put them in motion, and we'll talk about that a little bit, she's real free and easy about her movement. She actually shows herself off a little better when she's in motion than sometimes I get her from the profile. Really like the feet and legs on this ewe. She's really nice in her bone work. She's feminine up through her front end. She's just a pretty sheep to look at, and I think she just offers the most good of any of the sheep in this class, but we do have a really deep set. Congratulations, that's a nice female to start the class with. Really what I had to work through my mind was their ewes in 2, 3, and 4 in this class. Really love the profile on our second place ewe. When you stand back and look at her, she's tremendously long down her top. She maybe isn't quite as far along right now in her skeleton as a couple of the other ewes in this class. You really love her up through that front end. She's tremendous amount of length the hind saddle. Where I'd like to change her is at times when she is on the move. She gets a little tight in her spine, and I don't want to be too critical on that because I can give you an experience myself on that. You know, my grandchildren show some natural colored sheep, and I've had 3 judges this year tell my granddaughter her spring ewe lamb is not correct down her spine, and I sit at my office desk at home and look out the window, and the ewe lambs are out there walking around, and she's just good and true as could be when she's walking around. So when you put them on the shavings and put somebody on your head, sometimes you don't get a true natural movement. So I try to put some emphasis on it, but not carry too much weight on that when I'm working that through my mind. I think that's a fancy ewe lamb there. I'd like to see her move just a tick better to get her to push that ewe lamb in first. A little heavier structured ewe lamb here in third place. Really like the bone on this female. She's the least correct from her hooks to her pins of the ewes in the top 4 in this particular class. But really like her from her overall mass, her turn to her rib. She's really nice from that standpoint. I think she's a really nice fit here in third place for me. Another ewe lamb that really had to analyze through this class, and at one time in my mind, I had her in the second place hole. Really pretty fancy ewe lamb here. She's feminine up through that front end. I love her on her feet and legs. She's just giving, it doesn't have quite enough gas in her tank, just giving up too much natural thickness and volume of muscling as the ewes I've got ahead of her today. We're going to put her there. Later on, she might excel and move right past some of these other ewe lambs, but the show's today, and I like her in this spot right here. We've got another ewe lamb here in 5th place. A ewe that, once again, I like the bone work on this female, I like the head on this female. I like to change her hip structure just a tick to get her to move any higher and compete with these top ewe lambs in this class. Super good class to work through, a challenge for the judge, but very good class. Congratulations.
Next class will be Slick Shorn Intermediate Ewe Lambs. Slick Shorn Intermediate Ewe Lambs will be the next class coming into the ring. Placing on the class of fitted intermediate ewe lambs. First place and open first in the junior show to entry 281 Strawberry Fields 2402 Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. That ewe weighing 191. Second place to 287 Double Bar D 2426 Alden Epley, Baltimore, Ohio. That ewe weighing 185. Third place to 284, David and Barbara Lytle, Lincoln University, Pennsylvania. That ewe weighing 183. Fourth, second in the junior show to entry 280, Larson, L&L 24-402, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Fifth place, third in the junior show to Logan Thayer. Sixth place to Alden Epley, Baltimore, Ohio, with entry 282. Seventh place to entry 286, Bonnie Kegler, Mansfield Center, Connecticut.
Really a good, high-quality class, albeit there's only 3 of them, but they're all 3 really good in their own right. You would expect that on a show of this caliber, but really going to go with a longer body type of female in this class. I really like this ewe up through her front end. She exhibits some length down that top. That's where she excels. Our second place ewe lamb. I really like the way she gets about the show ring when we put her in motion. She's really correct on her feet and legs. Nice ewe lamb, girls, to start that class with. We're going to come in with a thicker made ewe lamb here in second place. I appreciate that about her. She's massive down her top, expressive about her muscling. She gives up quite a bit of length as compared to our first place ewe lamb today. Not as clean and elegant up through her front end as our first place ewe lamb. I like that ewe lamb a lot, but we're going to use her in second hole today. Another real good ewe lamb's our third place ewe lamb. She's just given up some total overall mass compared to our first 2 ewes in class, but what a pretty patterned ewe lamb to stand back and look at. She maybe is not quite given up a little bit in terms of age as compared to the first 2 ewes in class, but I think there's a really nice patterned ewe lamb. Congratulations, girls.
Our next class is Fitted Junior Ewe Lambs. Fitted Junior Ewe Lambs is our next class. Placing on the Slickshorn Intermediate Ewe Lamb class, first place goes to entry 292, Dara 24003, Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland, that ewe weighing 184. Second place to entry 289, Clark 2406, Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire, that ewe weighing 169. And third, first in the junior show to 290, Marchek 0840, Charlotte Dill, Deerfield, New Hampshire, that ewe weighing 142. We're now showing fitted junior ewe lambs. Fitted junior ewe lambs are in the ring.
Really some quality in the top three in her junior fitted ewe lamb class. We got one that comes to us here as a class winner, really elegant up through that front end, like her up through that front shoulder. She's a lot longer hip than our second place ewe lamb. She just gives you that appearance. I like the way she walks throughout the ring. But boy, she just gives you that appearance that her's a stud ewe right here. I think that's a pretty fancy one to start the class with. Another nice ewe lamb. You like the style about the head on our second place ewe lamb. She's a tick more bolt up through her front end. She's shorter in her hip from her hooks to her pins than our first place ewe lamb, but she is a notch thicker when you handle her down through that top line. I think she's just a logical choice in the 2-hole for me today. Another fancy lamb's our third place lamb. She doesn't have quite the frame size as we've gotten 1 and 2, but certainly lamb is super correct about her feet and legs. She's fancy up through her front end, really handles nice down through her top. She just doesn't have quite the gas in her tank as compared to the ewes in first and second today, but there's another nice one in third. A little smaller statured ewe lamb here in second. Like the bone on this ewe lamb, she just doesn't have quite the overall amount of muscling that we have in the ewe lambs above her. We're going to use her in fourth today. Our fifth place ewe lamb, another ewe lamb. You like her on her feet and legs. She's the least correct about her hips from her hooks to her pins of any of the ewe lambs in the class. A little more tucked in her front shoulder than the other ewe lambs in the class. We're going to use her in fifth. Really good class all the way through. Congratulations.
Our next class will be Slick Shorn Junior Ewe Lambs. Slick Shorn Junior Ewe Lambs will be your next class. Next trivia question for the Hampshires. 10 years ago at the 2014 show, we had Rodney Chrome here as the judge, and we had an exhibitor from Illinois that ended up with the overall Supreme Champion ewe in that drive. Who was that? The answer to that question was Luke Benjamin.
Just a pair of ewe lambs in this particular class in your Slick Shorn division. I'm going to opt to go with a little longer bodied ewe lamb. She's really angular up through her front end, long down through her top. A really nice female to start this class. Congratulations. A little thicker made ewe lamb here in second. You really like the bone work and the thickness about this girl. I just like to see her a little longer as compared to that first ewe lamb. We're going to use her in the 2-hole today.
The placings from our fitted junior ewe lamb class, first in the junior show, went to entry number 288, Strawberry Fields 2406, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 157. Second place to 295, Strawberry Fields 2407, Sharon Peckham of Hampton, New Hampshire, that ewe weighing 163. Third place to entry 299, Bonnie Kegler, Mansfield Center, Connecticut, that ewe weighing 134. Fourth place, second in the junior show, to entry 298, Willard, 2423, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. Fifth, third in the junior show to 297, also Caitlin Willard. Placing on the Slick Shorn class of ewe lambs, first place goes to entry 291, Dara 24008, Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland, that ewe weighing 152. Second place to entry 300, Clark 24100. Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. That ewe weighing 142. Now showing pair of ewe lambs. Next class will be for open show, fitted champion ewe and reserve. Placing on the pair of ewe lamb class, first place goes to Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Second place to Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland. Third place to Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. 4, Alden Epley, Baltimore, Ohio. 5th, Bonnie Kegler, Mansfield Center, Connecticut. And 6th place, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. Again, we're now ready for fitted champion and fitted reserve champion ewe.
think we've had a real competitive Hampshire Fitted ewe show, and certainly not a large show in numbers, but a lot of really good quality, and I think it's just been an outstanding set for me to sort through this morning. Exhibitors need to be commended. Let's give them a round of applause for bringing this set out. Again, I made the comment yesterday, it's really hard to make sheep that are this good, and it takes a lot of time, and I want to make sure we warrant that and give them some time out here in the show ring so I can really analyze these sheep and feel comfortable in what I'm about to do. And I think we've got 6 really good ewes out here in your Champion Ewe Drive, and really happy, especially with our class winners. I could do a number of things here. I've got to do what I'm the most comfortable with. I've got that worked out in my mind. And congratulations to everyone on a good set. Your Champion Ewe is going to be your class-winning intermediate ewe lamb. Congratulations. That's a good one. And we're going to come down here with this yearling ewe for reserve. Good job, girls. Nice ewe.
Fitted Champion Ewe goes to entry number 281 out of the Fitted Intermediate Ewe Lamb class. Strawberry Fields 2402, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. The reserve champion in the Fitted show goes to 262 out of the Fitted Yearling Ewe class. Alf 356-23, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. Next class will be for champion and reserve champion Slick Shorn ewe. Following the selection of that open show Slick Shorn champion and reserve champion ewe, we will be showing for overall grand champion ewe.
Really a good set of Slick Shorn Hampshire ewes, and when we get these 6 out here, they really show me some traits that I'm looking for in these sheep, and exhibitors need to be commended. This is a really good set of structurally correct females that are really functional about their makeup and look like they're going to go on and do some really good things. There's one out here that really hits me pretty hard. She did in class, and this yearling ewe is going to be your champion slick shorn ewe. Really nice ewe that just gets thicker from front to rear. Really like her a lot. For reserve, I think it's a little closer between our second yearling ewe and our intermediate ewe lamb. We're going to use this intermediate ewe lamb for your reserve. Really a long-bodied lamb. Really like her up through her front end. Congratulations.
Open show, Slick Shorn Champion U went to entry number 274 out of the yearling U class. Clark, 2381, Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. The reserve Slick Shorn Champion U went to 292. 292 was in the intermediate class of Slick Shorn U lambs. Dara, 24003, Rogan Dara, Mount Airy, Maryland. Now showing for overall grand champion U. The Thompson family from Chepachet, Rhode Island offers an award for the champion U in memory of Marcus Thompson. Following this class, we will be showing for our junior show champion and reserve champion U.
Really a good pair out here to select your overall champion ewe. Really like this yearling ewe. I mean, she's just really like the build on her. She's really good on her feet and legs. She just exhibits some really good traits for a slick shorn Hampshire female. Then we got this fitted ewe lamb here that's really, she's acting like a knucklehead out here, but she's really elegant up through her front end. Like the bone work on this female. Really think this is what a Hampshire fitted female needs to look like, and she's going to be your overall champion. Congratulations.
Our grand champion U for the Hampshire show goes to entry number 281. 281 was our fitted intermediate ewe lamb class winner, and our champion fitted ewe, Strawberry Fields, 2402, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. At this time, we're ready to show for our junior show champion and reserve junior show champion U. So we need the first place animals out of the first place junior show animals out of our previous classes. We need 262 from Caitlin Willard. We need 272 from Charlotte Dill out of those two yearling U classes. We need 281 from Logan Thayer. We also need 290 from Charlotte Dill from the two intermediate classes. We need 288 from the junior ewe lamb class of Logan Thayer. And we need, and that should round things out.
Debbie had to explain to me what we're doing here. We are picking the reserve champion junior U. We've got the champion out here, but the slicks are eligible, I guess, to compete for reserve. But we've got this really good yearling U down here. She's going to be reserve in the junior show. Congratulations.
Our junior show reserve champion U is 262, coming out of won the class in the fitted yearling U class. Alf 356-23, Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. Now ready for best headed U. Following the selection of our best headed U, we will have exhibitors flock, then breeders flock, and then get of sire. Best headed U goes to entry number 286. 286 out of the fitted intermediate U lamb class. Hotaling 24-351, Bonnie Kegler, Mansfield Center, Connecticut. Again, now showing exhibitors flock.
Guess I'll go the mic one final time. I think my assignment as we work through these final 2 or 3 group classes, my assignment is just about done for this year's Big E, and certainly like to thank everyone for inviting me to come back. It had been 15 years, and it's really good to get back to New England and see some people I haven't seen for a while and visit this beautiful fairground you have here. Exhibitors, and I'd like to tell you, if you haven't, be sure you thank this crew. that you have working for you here. If you've never been behind the scenes and in the office up there, there's a lot that goes on, and they do just an awesome job. So hats off to this crew right here. Let's give them a round of applause. And you too, Catherine. They all do a super job. We'll go ahead and place this class and get this Hampshire show concluded.
Placing on the exhibitors flock, first place goes to Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Second place to Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. Third place to Caitlin Willard, Northampton, Massachusetts. Next class, breeders flock. Placing on the breeders flock, first place to Brady Clark, Gilmanton, New Hampshire. Next up is Get of Sire. Placing on the Get of Sire class, first place to Brady Clark. Now we have Supreme Champion Hampshire. So we'll need that Grand Champion Ram and Grand Champion Ewe in the ring. In the ring, we have our Grand Champion Ram, entry 246 from the fitted intermediate Ram Lamb class, Larson L&L 24407, Logan Thayer. And we have our Grand Champion Ewe, entry 281 from the fitted intermediate Ewe Lamb class, Strawberry Fields 2402, also Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts.
Well, they snuck one final class in on me, so I had to talk one more time. We won't take too long on this, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Alex Wolf, and he can talk to you then for the next 2.5 days. But in picking an overall Supreme in your Hampshire show, really we could go either way here and not be wrong. I'm going to use this Ram. I think that's a tremendous individual. Congratulations. Yep, good job. Congratulations.
The Grand Champion Ram is our overall Supreme Champion Hampshire animal. That's 246. The fitted intermediate Ram Lamb, Larson L&L 24-407, Logan Thayer, Cummington, Massachusetts. Our premier exhibitor for the Marcus Thompson Jr. Hampshire Show is Logan Thayer of Cummington, Massachusetts. And our premier breeder is Brady Clark of Gilmanton, New Hampshire.